No.
Whatever you want to try.
So I still remember my first day of high school. On the first day, in the first period actually, I had Miss Harden's class across the hall, and it was like a career technology class or something. And she was making us do an Excel spreadsheet, like on the first day of school. And I was like, I got this, because secretly I took that class in middle school, so I knew what I was doing. And so I finished the whole Excel spreadsheet, and like I decorated it and made it nice and everything. And then Miss Harden was going around the computers, like checking everyone's work and their progress and how they were doing. And then I remember she stops in my computer, and then she kind of like pokes her head to the side, and she's like, eh? That's nice. You did that? And then I'm like, yeah, I did. And then she's like, oh, you have to join BPA, you have to join BPA. This is Precious of America. There's a meeting next week, you have to go. And I'm like, hold on, this is my first day of high school. Like, I don't even know what New Tech is, much less BPA. And then there was this lady here just standing in front of me like we were best friends. But then, as I was saying, it was my first period, and she was like the first teacher I ever saw. So I was like, I'm not going to disappoint her. And now she liked it. But and so yeah, I decided that I would go to the meeting, and I went to the meeting, and then I remember we watched a video about how it would be like to join BPA, and like I was like, okay, that's cool, it sounds fun, but I still didn't even know what it was. And then so I went home and talked about it with my parents. And I remember my dad like giving me a talk and looking at me straight in the face and was like, you're in high school now. Like, you need to join things and do more and make memories, because it's going to be like the last time that you'll ever be like a teenager. You need to make these memories. And I was like, maybe. But then I thought about it, and in middle school I used to be like this girl who would just go to school and was really, really quiet. And then I would just come home and go on the computer and then do my homework, and then that was it. Like, that was my life. And then so I was like, yeah, okay, maybe I'll join. I'm going to do something with my life. And so I joined BPA. And I remember I was in the website design team with Nathan K, Julie Chen, and Michael Dosa. And like everyone, I remember the seniors were coming up to me and they were like, oh my god, you can't do website design team. That thing sucks. It's hard. And I was like, whatever, YOLO. I'm just going to do it anyway. And so I just did it anyway. And then I remember our first competition we ever had, it was in College Station. And like, we didn't know what to expect. We've never been to a BPA competition, but we just went anyway. And everyone was so right. Like, our website was barely done seconds into going to go to the judges. And we just had to stop and think to ourselves, like, guys, we got this. Like, even if it's not even done yet, like, we're proud of what we did, and we're just going to show it off to the judges anyway. And so we like kind of YOLO'd it, and then we went into judges and we presented our stuff. And then luckily we actually got called for first and second place, so we made it as a finalist, and then we made it to the state round for the next one in Fort Worth, Texas. And so the state experience, that was like a whole nother level. It was so different from regionals. And I remember we stayed at the Marriott Hotel in Fort Worth, and it was like straight in downtown. And we got paid money from like the school for food every day. So me and Julie and Alexis, sushi. Like, we were living it so fancy. It was great. And then it was so much fun. Like, I loved it so much. So I decided to do it again. And sophomore year was such a crazy year. Like, I can't explain. The people with BPA, like the boys, they were so rowdy. Like, they went to the girls' room and trashed the whole place. And we got in trouble so many times by like official BPA people. But it was still fun. And like, more importantly, there was something about that year that I realized, like, I was more serious about my competition, and I knew a lot more about BPA than I did with my freshman year. And it was when like BPA really became my life. And so that year, the current president, Ta, he was leaving, and because he was a senior. And so I would go up to Ms. Harden every day, and I would be like, Ms. Harden, so I think I'm going to run for officer. I think I can do it. And she would just look at me, and she was just like, okay, we'll see. And I was like, wow, great confidence. But when the day actually came for elections, I was so nervous, and like I remember I was shaking, and like I didn't know what I was gonna say, but I just had to like take a deep breath, and then I walked up there, and I just told people like why I wanted to become an officer, and I actually made it as a president. And yeah, I made it as a president, and that was fun. That was cool, and like I got to do so much things next year. Like we started like charity drives, and we volunteered together. It's such a joke. Okay. Yeah, we did like charity drives, and like we really became a true definition of a BPA family, and so that was great. And then I'm just thinking back on everything now, and it's like from that first day of high school, like I've changed so much. Like I broke out of that shell, and I became a person that I wanted to be in middle school. Like I would always want to be this person that would go up to people, go up to crowds, and like talk to them, and be able to like share my ideas, and be a confident person and a leader. And naturally, it just happened that way. Like I didn't even expect it. And then, yeah. So like next this fall, I'm gonna go to college, and I'm just like scared because it's gonna be like that first day of high school again. But really, like this school and BPA has changed me so much. Like I've learned so much things from my teachers and all my friends, and hopefully when I go there, I'm just gonna go and just do my best, and hopefully it'll be totally unexpected and great, just like it was at UTEP.